Hello, Keiba.
Hi, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Um, Thanks for coming on.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Keiba, Bishop's High School past student. That's close to my heart. Lived in the United Kingdom for 7 years. You're a poet. Force run-up for the Bristol Young Business Leader 2011. Profession is accounting and finance. Live Proactive won the Rotaract Club of the University of Guyana Small Business Competition in 2017. And there's a quote of yours: "We are trying to encourage people to have healthier lifestyles." Why?
Well, in Guyana, I think it is definitely needed, not only Guyana, globally and regionally. And it is something that if we don't take seriously, um, we are pretty much increasing our chances of getting non-communicable diseases like cancer and so forth, which could easily be prevented by healthier lifestyles. There's no exact research to say that healthier lifestyles would prevent cancer, but then it would definitely help in terms of reducing the risk of it.
How did this all start for you? How did you get involved with healthier lifestyle? When did it begin? Could you give us an idea?
Well, when I returned to Guyana in November of 2013, I began to see a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that Guyanese could benefit from. And one of that was promotion of healthy lifestyle practices. And that my sister and I started to work on that because we thought it gave us a lot of scope because there's six different areas of wellness. A lot of people think it's just exercise and nutrition, but there are six different ones. And we found that that would have been our best means of promoting or helping to develop Guyana in a holistic way.
And what did you see that triggered this when you first came back?
I was worried about the high suicide rate that we have in Guyana. I was worried about the number of young people that have been, developing a lot of illnesses that could easily be prevented through healthy lifestyle living, healthy lifestyle practices. So that really encouraged me to start the fight, so to speak, or to continue it to help to develop that healthy lifestyle practices.
So, live proactive. What does it mean? Why did you start it?
Live Proactive is a mentoring program
Uh-huh.
and focuses on holistic development in all different areas of wellness. That's social wellness, psychological wellness, financial wellness, occupational wellness, environmental wellness, and physical wellness, which is nutrition and exercise. And it started in July of this year. But prior to that, we started running programs from March. And we are still continuing to run, and we hope to have a successful year next year.
Do you have a particular focus in the various aspects of holistic wellness? Do you have any area that you zero in on particularly?
Yes, I we focus on all six different areas. My particular focus is on financial wellness, of course, because I'm working in the area of finance. But I appreciate what happens is that we have specialists in each different areas of wellness, and these specialists help to promote their specific area of wellness. Say, for instance, our exercise trainer has a master's in physical education. We have someone who has a master's in sports science, develop our nutrition program. We have someone with a master's in environmental science looking after the environmental wellness program. These are young professionals who are helping to develop Guyana by Guyanese for Guyanese. So this is something that is very close to me because we have, a lot of foreign influences in terms of self-development programs, but we like to promote the local product, and we were trying to develop something from scratch. We're developing our own manual so that we can be able to promote this healthy well-being and holistic lifestyle approach,
What was it?
not only but globally.
What was it like putting this group of knowledgeable people together?
Well, it was a very interesting journey, and I appreciate the support that I've gotten from my family and friends. And it was something that I hold closely to my heart because it is looking at a holistic approach. A lot of programs just focus on one or two areas of wellness. They may just focus on the financial aspect or the exercise. But it was an interesting journey and knowledgeable for me as well too because I learned a lot. And I really appreciate that. I'm humbled by the opportunity to.
Take us into your area, finance, financial wellness. What is the typical approach? Or let me set the stage. You have a group of young people, right? That either just graduated from university or now entering the workspace, and they come to you, or you're giving a seminar. What are you likely to tell them about financial wellness?
Well, I would definitely tell them to start with the basics and making sure that they have the simple things in place because a lot of people, as simple as it is, keeping receipts for things that you may have spent, that's a very important aspect because these are things that are required to be kept by law for 7 years and for tax purposes. So just to make your life easier when it comes to tax around tax time, keep your receipts. Bookkeeping is very important. Being able to collect and accumulate your data in one specific place in a proper manner. And we're also helping people with accounting. We're also helping them to, if they need to prepare balance sheets and profit and loss statements for the bank. Sometimes they require that before they get a loan. We do that as well too. That's an aspect that we help.
What does it mean to you when Live Proactive won the Rotaract Club of the University of Guyana's small business competition?
Oh, it meant a lot to us, and we really appreciate the support we got from Small Business Bureau and Rotaract because what we're going to be doing with the funds from that is using it to do promoting videos promoting each area of wellness. And so we're going to have short videos telling people about different types of exercises and how they can help. In other words, how your exercise can help. Say, for instance, if you have diabetes or a knee problem, so to speak. So we will be using the funds wisely to help the general public free of charge, and it's going out to the world, not only in Guyana. So it's definitely something that is humbling and it's motivational for our entire team.
And those same young people, how would you encourage them to take wellness seriously?
Well, I try to paint a picture of, I ask them to close their eyes and think about their lives in 10 years' time. And they prefer it to be reflecting from a hospital bed, or would they prefer it to be enjoying an activity like swimming or dancing or anything positive? We might think, oh, I'm young, I don't need to be thinking about my health so critically. But say, for instance, in my family, I have diabetes on both sides of my family. So there are certain things that I need to, certain precautionary measures that I need to put in place now while I'm still young, so that later on I will not be, well, the risk would be reduced of me getting, contracting the same, getting the same illness. So it's definitely something for them to think about. Different things like running their family and simple things like exercise and eating right can help them.
Um, I don't know. Someone said that this sound might be a little low. Are you far away from the computer?
I am not.
You're not.
I can.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Nobody else has really complained. So maybe they just need to turn
Its
their
volume's up right up.
right. Okay. That's fine. So let me go to the chat to Facebook. Dr. Mohammed Wazir Mohammed said, "I spent 7 months in." Well, there's a question. Sorry. Are you working with any target community to develop healthy lifestyle practices?
Well, prior to Live Proactive, because we were born this year, our company was set up in July. Prior to this, I volunteered in a roundabout area. Um, there's a center, community center,
Hmm.
there, roundabout center that I volunteered. So working with specific communities that have needs, special needs, is definitely something that I have a background in. And we are hoping as well we're about to get our NGO status. Um, so hopefully we be able to go into many other communities that need this kind of um, promotion, this kind of healthy lifestyle practices, and we be able to serve them just as much.
Someone in the chat room said one of Guyana's future leaders that I fully endorse. How do you what do you think about that? You consider yourself one of Guyana's future leaders?
I didn't think about that. It's the first time I'm hearing it put over in that way, but I think definitely I was mainly focused on seeing what area I can help develop Guyana, because there's so many things that we can do as people who have come back to Guyana. So much things that we can do to help develop it in our little small ways, even if it's spending time with children from an underprivileged community, that it will definitely help.
You earlier you mentioned the other the wellness leaders in their respective areas of expertise with their master's degree, and you. But that's not what I'm focusing on. Is what you said about us doing things, us Guyanese doing things for Guyana. How do you feel about that? Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Definitely. I wanted one of my first ideas when I came back to Guyana was to set up a remigrants group where we would be the link between the diaspora
Wow.
and Guyana. So those who want to help would have been able to contribute to a cause that would definitely help to grow Guyana. But I I was advised that that might get too complicated, too political, too heated. So I thought that this was a more beneficial approach to
Hmm.
helping to
Hmm.
develop Guyana. And I think definitely diaspora has a big part to play, because they're over there where they have an experience of a first world country. Most times they live in first world countries, but they have that knowledge and expertise that can help to develop Guyana, definitely. So even if they're not physically able to come every summer or whenever they have their holiday or breaks, they can definitely do like a Skype version of mentoring with someone in a non-privileged community. They can, it doesn't have to be financial. There are so many other ways that they can help. If it's just writing an article to be published in a local newspaper, there are many different ways, and I think it's very important that our diaspora.
I totally agree with that and applaud it. And something that Dr. Mohammed said early on, that we are too politicized as a society, and something that I really believe in, that the political stream is not the only stream for giving
Mhm.
back and for helping to develop Guyana. So I totally agree with you on that. I have to ask you this
Definitely.
though: this passion you have for encouraging healthier lifestyle, it should be an understandable question, but I'm going to ask you, why are you so passionate about it?
Well, as I said before, I've got diabetes with both sides of my family, and there are a lot of other things that I have seen, especially the high suicide rates. It's something that I'm trying to understand. Why every time I open the newspaper and I see another person died from suicide, or shooting his girlfriend first and then killing himself. It's too prevalent,
Hmm.
and we are too young a society to be burdened with such a task. And I think there are so many things that can help us. And looking at overall well-being is uh, something that looks at the root of why we have all of these psychosocial problems, all of these socioeconomic problems. It looks at the root, because if I'm stressed because of my finances, we have something to do with that. We have a financial wellness program. If I am emotional and I'm overeating because of my emotions, uh, there's a nutrition aspect, but there's also the psychological aspect where we have a trained social worker to work along with you. So each area of our root problem, we will help you to develop. So it is a holistic package, and I think that's definitely the way forward in terms of dealing with that. For me, why I'm so passionate is because I, I see too much young people falling to the wayside for things that, for me, could be easily prevented. We don't want someone to reach to the stage of acute depression, knowing that there's help out there. We have very little psychiatrists in the country and psychologists. This is a known fact, but we have social workers who have been trained in psychology and sociology, and they can help. I just went to UG graduation yesterday, and that was a big social work class that just graduated, and that is definitely something that can help to develop Guyana.
So many young people complain about the status quo and not getting the help they need to start whatever it is they want to do. How are you different, and what advice will you give or would you give to other young people?
Well, I think we're different in the sense that we're acting, we're living proactively. It's about knowing what is out there and just getting stuff done,
Uh-huh.
trying to look ahead and see how best we can do, and see what we can do before things get to a stage where they're in total disarray. So that is, I think, how definitely how we're different. And what my advice would be to those young people coming up, those young entrepreneurs who are saying, "Oh, the government is not giving us jobs," or this X, Y, and Z, whatever the problem they might be highlighting, just try and see how best I can, what can I do as little as possible, even if my contribution is small.
Hmm.
It will definitely be received.
Ro-
Sorry, you
Ro-
were saying?
Rowan Willibus is the gentleman who believes that you're a leader. And the question he asked now is, do you find it difficult to convince others and have them buy into your vision?
Oh, I know Rowan very well. Thanks for that comment. Um, I do find it a bit difficult to get people to buy into to this vision, because it is definitely something that seems to be new to
Hmm.
Guyana,
Hmm.
and it's a very difficult concept for them to see as important in their lives, because I hear a lot of excuses. "Oh, I'm busy. I've got a child at home. I've got, my 9 to 5 plus my entrepreneurship job." So it's a lot of work to convince them. But I think focusing on the positives and the benefits is definitely a way to go, and that's what we've been doing. We've been doing an information campaign promoting different areas of wellness. Like we putting different posts up on our Facebook page saying, "Do you know there's 6 aspects of wellness?" Getting information out there, giving people free financial advice. We were just telling them, your rent is not supposed to be more than 20% of your overall salary. If it is, you try and reassess. And little things every day, we try to put out something so that the general public can be aware that this is something that is important.
Where are you usually disseminating this information?
We usually sending it out on our Facebook page,
Mhm.
and
What is it called?
usually live proactive.
Live Proactive. Is there a uniqueness about Live Proactive, or are there other similar endeavors?
I have seen other similar endeavors, but I've not seen something that is holistic in
Hmm.
its approach. And I've looked on internet globally, regionally. I've not seen something that looks at all the different aspects of wellness, where they focus on each area and provide guidance and positive activities in all areas of healthy lifestyle practices.
To me, there are stages of success in any endeavor. One is the courage to start, and that you've started, and and taking the next steps. But I want to ask you, 5 years from now, you're sitting here talking to me about Live Proactive. What would success look like to you? What would you be telling me about your success?
Excellent question. I think in 5 years, I would love to be telling you that our brand is now global and we're now offering online courses in all different aspects of wellness. We have a manual out with, promoting all aspects of wellness. I want to be able to tell you we have a kids book out in each aspect. We have a series for each aspect of wellness. I want to be able to tell you that we're in different countries. We have a brand that you can have a license to use in different areas across the globe. And I want to be able to tell you that we have a wellness fest every single year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now become a regional and a global fest where people from all over the world will be coming to Guyana to not only see its beauty, but to see it as a wellness tourism destination. And wellness tourism is a thing, by the way. So, yeah.
Make a case to a group of young people like yourself that have an idea and want to get going, that but somehow feel tethered to this idea that um, they have to get something or they should get something from the government. Make a case for
Well,
getting started.
Well, I think definitely telling them about the ongoing support that they would receive
Hmm.
is something that would encourage them, because we have specialists in that area to help you in each area of wellness, to help you achieve your goal in those areas. So it's not something that is wide and vague. It's going to be tailored to you and to your specific area. We also monitor your progress, and we have a step-by-step plan. So after we do a consultation where we find out what are your goals in each of these areas of wellness, that will be done by a trained social worker. We also would invite the Life Club leader to work with you, and you will get a chance to practically work with a specialist in that area to develop that area. At the end of it, we look at your progress, and then both parties will be able to assess whether it's worth continuing in that life club or moving on to a different area. And after you would have finished all the different life clubs in each area of wellness, then you can judge, the individual can judge for themselves the impact and the value it will have added to their life. And hopefully that would be something that could encourage people, because I think looking at just thinking about working on all aspects of my life, I feel very encouraged. And I hope that young people would too.
How does anyone find you?
Sorry, could you repeat that question?
How does someone find you when they need if they need
Oh,
your
well,
service?
our number is +592 658 0024, or you can look at our website www.iliveproactive.com, or our Facebook page at iliveproactive. We're also on Instagram and Twitter, so feel free to check us out at any time.
Let's go back that number one more time. You could take your time. The phone number plus
It's
five
like,
nine two. Mm-hmm.
yes, +592 658 0024.
And the Facebook.
The Facebook, if you type in the search bar I Live Proactive or Live Proactive,
Hmm.
we would come up. Uh,
And the
it's
website.
slash I Live Proactive,
Hmm.
or you can type in Live Proactive and it will come up as well too. Um, our website is easy to remember, www.iliveproactive.com.
Kiba, thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome.
Okay, take care.
Bye bye.